guys, it's Christina, and in this video I want to share with you guys how do I afford to travel and move abroad. Before I tell you what I do for a living, I really want to give you a little background of myself. I have a background in nursing. Basically, I was in nursing school, graduated, excited, that's what I thought I was going to do with my life. And then once I graduated, I couldn't pass my boards. You have to take the nursing boards because it's called the NCLEX. Once you pass the NCLEX, then you have your nursing license that you're able to have the registered nurse license to work. So once I graduated, I tried to take that exam and I couldn't pass it. So I was really devastated because that was my dream for so many years. It was the idea that I had of how I was going to live my life. It was about going to nursing school, graduating, becoming a nurse, and then I made it. And it's so funny because once that happened, it's like life lit that little light bulb in me, and I had to ask myself, what do I really want in my life? How do I really want to live my life? And this was the time that it basically sent me on this roller coaster. I was able to research a lot of information, which led me to my next venture, which was Amazon FBA, which is a great idea. However, you do need some cash to invest into your business. Right after that, I started working as a brand ambassador in Miami. So I would do corporate events. At that time, I was researching and watching YouTube videos about people traveling and living the laptop lifestyle and so on. I came across this girl, Frenzy Footprint, who was on Instagram offering some coaching about how to live location independent and a digital nomad lifestyle. So I took her up on her offer and got coaching from her, and I learned about freelancing, being a freelancer, and going about the whole process of working online and being a digital nomad. And at the time, I did the same research everybody told me to do, which is to just go research what skills do you have and what I can offer on that, on those platforms. Although it was a great idea, I just thought for me, for what I wanted, I needed something that was more consistent. And that's when I started researching more, and I found out about teaching English online as an ESL teacher. So what ESL stands for is English as a Second Language. So to teach English as a second language, you need to be a native English speaker. And don't worry, English is actually my third language. And I have a bachelor's degree from the United States, and I studied in the United States, so I do have that background. It's okay if you have an accent. I have an accent as well. It's just knowing how to teach so that you don't use your accent from home when you're teaching, that's all. So yes, you need to be a native English speaker. You need to have a bachelor's degree, and it doesn't need to be a bachelor's degree in English or in any teaching categories. For me, I have a bachelor's in nursing, so it had nothing to do with teaching. However, as long as it is a bachelor's, they will accept that and some kind of teaching experience, which most of us have. If you really look at your life and the activities that you've done, you have some kind of teaching experience for sure. So the next one obviously is for you to be allowed to work in the US or Canada. I believe also the UK, Australia is also acceptable. So as long as you have those requirements, I think it's okay. How it works is once you are hired, we'll be teaching on the company's platform. So their platform is like a Skype, but it's for that specific company. And this is where you will have the interaction, you with a student or you with 4 students or more. So that's how the platform works. Another point is, since this is ESL teaching, you're teaching English as a second language. So your students are most likely from China. Most of those companies are Chinese companies. So you will be teaching English to Chinese kids. Don't worry, you don't need to know any Chinese or Mandarin. Anything I know is ni hao, which is hello. That's all I know. It's not something that you need in order to teach English online, because the purpose of you teaching them is for this child to have communication with someone that is a native English speaker. So to have communication with someone that speaks the language, because they don't get that exposure at home. So that's the benefit of you being there, having no Chinese experience. You're allowing the kid to speak with you and force them to learn the language. I remember for me, when I moved to the US, I had to learn to speak English, and being thrown in an environment where everyone speaks English forces you to learn it faster. So I want to tell you guys a little bit more now about the benefits of teaching English online, which is the reason why I am talking to you guys about it, because the benefits are amazing. So number one is that you are an independent contractor, meaning that you are not bound by any specific amount of hours that you have to work per week. Obviously, if you want to make a certain amount of income, you have to be mindful of how many hours you want to work so you can make that specific income. However, there is no minimum amount saying that you have to work 40 hours a week in order to stay hired by the company. And that is amazing, because that gives you the freedom to really work whenever you want, being able to travel as I'm doing right now. Another benefit of teaching English online is that there are no preparation for class, in a sense that you don't have to create your own teaching lessons. The lessons are already pre-planned for you. As I said, I am not an English teacher. I don't have any teaching background. So to be able to just have a company create the platform and create the lessons for you, all you have to do as the English teacher is really animate the lesson, is really to have that communication with the child and really let them understand the words. It's just like if you were reading a book and you want to tell the story of the book to a friend, but you can relate to the story. So because you can tell that story from your own point of view, your friends are able to understand it from your point of view. All I have to do is log into my computer, review the lesson, and see, hey, I'm teaching this lesson today. How am I going to portray that lesson to the child? What can I do, or what can I bring to make them understand the word? And what fun activity can I do to make them, have fun and talk to their parents about the lesson and say how amazing it was? If you're in a job right now where you don't like what you're doing, it's very important for you to start researching what do you want and the lifestyle that you want. You need to start searching and finding the things that you want to do on a daily basis. And it may not be what you expected, because I have a nursing background. I never expected to be an online English teacher. However, it's an opportunity that I left open. I allowed myself to be open to new opportunities, and I found something that I actually enjoy. And I'm able to live the lifestyle of a traveler because of that English opportunity of teaching English online. So just be open if that's something you are interested in. So I hope this video was helpful in helping you know how I afford to travel and live abroad. It is such an opportunity nowadays to work from home and to have the freedom to do whatever you want to do on your own time. So I am definitely going to do more videos to explain how to do it. So stay tuned for the next one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.